Today's date is November the 12th, 2015. I know this because my phone shows it, and by extension our collective calendric system agrees with it. However, before the accessibility of our portable devices, we used written calendars derived from extensive logs and calculations. But what did we rely on before that? In Central America, the ancient Mesoamerican cultures developed one of history's most complex chronological systems. But how did they achieve this feat with their primitive tools and devices? Most ancient Mesoamerican buildings are distinguishable by their use of precise right angles and recognizable square base. However, the five-sided building known as Mound J, located in the valley of Oaxaca, greatly deviates from these known construction patterns and has left archaeologists to believe this structure had unique significance to astronomical events and written calendar systems. Mound J is centered within the main plaza of the Zapotec acropolis, Monte Alban. The position that Mound J holds suggests that it was important and accessible to all of Monte Alban's citizens, but its position alone does not hold any clues about its function. A topographical view reveals the structure's unique design. Unlike most other Mesoamerican structures, Mound J does not have four right angles at its base. This pentagon-shaped structure has three unique sides. The largest features a staircase that leads to the roof of the structure. The two connected sides are divided into three tiers. The bottom tier has a door-shaped recess, while the top tier has rectangular openings that are parallel to the ground. The final two sides, which meet at an acute angle, are divided into two tiers by a single, thin raised edge. The south and west faces meet at an acute angle and give the structure a perceived southwestern directional skew. Archaeologist Alfonso Caso first suggested Mound J's function as an observatory because of the ceiling openings that may have served for astronomical observations. Anthony Aveni and Robert Linsley contributed to Caso's theory when they found a connection between Mound J and the zenith passage of several celestial bodies. Although a single star cannot account for Mound J's unique architecture, the building's relationship to astronomical occurrences is strengthened by the very similar structure, Building O, located 35 kilometers east in the settlement of Caballito Blanco. In their research, Damon Peeler and Marcus Winter explored the relationship between Mound J and Building O. They found that these two structures share more than a similar shape. Both Mound J and Building O have a 45-degree relationship to their surrounding, and both coincide with the sunset during zenith passage. One of their most significant observations was that Building O is positioned at an angle of 108 degrees from Mound J. Initially, the number 108 does not offer any correlation to Mound J. However, this value is very prevalent within the Valley of Oaxaca and within the Zapotec society. Peeler and Winter discovered another manifestation of the 108 in the Zapotec barrio of Teotihuacan. To maintain their Zapotec ethnicity within Teotihuacan, the Zapotec barrio was positioned with the Temple of the Feathered Serpent at 108 degrees and the Pyramid of the Moon along 72 degrees. The ratio created between these two structures correlates to the Zapotec 365-day solar calendar and their 260-day ritual calendar. With this information, Peeler and Winter concluded that the relative position between Mound J and Building O was intentional. However, this still offers no clear and singular function as to how the structure was involved in everyday Zapotec's life. The nearby Temple of the Danzantes offers another possible explanation for Mound J's purpose. The Temple of the Danzantes predates Mound J, but collectively they incorporate over 300 dancer slabs throughout the structures. Anthropologist Richard Blanton suggested that the Temple of the Danzantes was a war memorial erected to commemorate the end of divisive strife among the three surrounding valleys. Blanton's claim can explain the slabs around the Temple of Danzantes, but offers no reason as to why they were incorporated into the later built Mound J. Nonetheless, this provides evidence that Mound J was just as revered as the Temple of Danzantes. Both Blanton and Caso's research offer viable reasons behind Mound J's purpose. Mound J's unique position along the vertical line through Monte Alban and southwestern orientation have not been attributed to a specific celestial body. However, there is an apparent function of this building tied to Zapotec calendrical system. Blanton's research focused on the Danzantes slabs, but he also acknowledges the more adorned and unique buried head slabs found in Mound J. It is very possible that this revered building that connected the Zapotecs to the stars also served some significance for honoring the Zapotecs' preceding tribes from the surrounding valleys. However, because a specific celestial body is yet to be confirmed, labeling Mound J as a chronographic marker may be more correct than calling it an observatory.